Welcome to This Explainer. If you're over 50 and thinking about making a move to Vietnam, I'm guessing safety is probably one of the very first things on your mind. Honestly, it's completely natural to wonder about security when you're relocating to a brand new country. But fortunately, so many long-term foreign residents find Vietnam to be an incredibly comfortable and welcoming place to live. The secret? Well, it's really all about shifting your focus away from worry and toward active preparation. By taking just a few reasonable precautions and preparing for everyday life, you set the stage for a really wonderful experience. So let's just ask the core question right out of the gate. Is Vietnam actually safe for expats? It's easily the most common anxiety for prospective retirees looking at Southeast Asia. You might be picturing all sorts of unknown risks or stressing about navigating complex new systems. And hey, that anxiety is completely valid. But as we're going to see today, it's also entirely manageable once you have the right information. Okay, let's dive into this. The real truth is that safety isn't just about a specific spot on a map. Safety is about preparation, not just location. It's an active, ongoing process built on compliance, readiness, and awareness. Once you get a handle on the local rules and prep for the daily realities, a lot of that initial fear just simply falls away. To break this down, we're going to cover 4 main pillars of preparation today. 1. Your legal foundations. 2. Navigating daily life. 3. Healthcare and insurance. And 4. Staying compliant. Let's kick things off with Section 1, your legal foundations. You know, it's pretty interesting, but your safety is literally written right into Vietnamese law. Under Law No. 47/2014/QH13, specifically Article 44, foreigners who reside lawfully in the country are explicitly entitled to legal protection. This covers the protection of your life, your honor, your property, and your legitimate rights and interests. So you are legally protected by the state while residing there. Now, how do you actually unlock those legal protections? Well, it all comes down to maintaining valid residency documents. A prime example of this is the Temporary Residence Card, or TRC. This is a document issued to a foreigner who's permitted to reside in Vietnam for a certain period, and it carries the exact same validity as a visa. Keeping this document valid is absolutely your fundamental first step to a secure stay. Moving right along to Section 2, navigating daily life. When we talk about daily life, practical preparation totally beats worrying about unlikely emergencies. Honestly, what feels like a major safety threat at first is usually just good old-fashioned culture shock. People often focus on the fear of some major emergency, but the reality is all about everyday adjustments. For a lot of long-term residents, getting used to local road traffic, like literally just learning how to cross the street, is the biggest adjustment, especially in the larger cities. It can definitely feel daunting at first, but with a little practice and keeping a steady walking pace, you adapt surprisingly fast. And hey, you're definitely not out there navigating the chaos alone. The authorities are actively managing road safety. The Ministry of Public Security regularly implements peak campaigns to ensure traffic safety and order. Knowing that local authorities are out there actively enforcing road rules provides a ton of reassurance as you adjust to those bustling streets. Now, let's talk about financial security, because that's a huge part of feeling safe in your daily life, right? Check out this number. $430.30. According to recent data, that is the estimated baseline monthly living cost for a single person, excluding rent. Knowing that your daily costs are highly accessible drastically reduces financial stress, and less stress is a major component of feeling safe and secure, especially in retirement. Let's actually break that down and see exactly how far your dollar stretches. You can grab an inexpensive meal for roughly 50,000 Vietnamese dong. A local transport ticket, that's just 8,000 dong. And a one-bedroom apartment right in the city center averages around 10.3 million dong a month. This just goes to show that a comfortable, high-quality lifestyle is easily attainable, which takes away so much of the anxiety that comes with relocating on a fixed income. That brings us to Section 3, healthcare and insurance. For so many of us, healthcare access is an absolute must-have for personal security, and Vietnam really delivers here, offering both excellent public and international healthcare options. In fact, many of the top-tier facilities hold what's called JCI accreditation. This is a recognized global symbol of quality that reflects an organization's strict commitment to providing safe and effective patient care. A huge part of your preparation should be identifying these high-standard hospitals before you ever actually need them. Take FV Hospital over in Ho Chi Minh City as a great example. It's a world-class facility with some incredibly specialized departments. We're talking everything from cardiology and a dedicated cancer center right through to ophthalmology,
ENT, and maxillofacial surgery. Knowing that this level of high-end specialized care is readily available in major cities, that provides incredible peace of mind.
Of course, to access all this great care, you need the right insurance, like the flexible coverage you can get from the Pacific Cross Foundation series. But here's a pro tip. Preparation goes a step further than just buying a policy. Keep organized copies of your medical records and insurance info, maybe even keep digital copies on your phone, and make sure to share your emergency contacts with family members or trusted friends. Doing that makes unexpected situations vastly easier to manage. And finally, Section 4, Staying Compliant. As we move through 2026, ongoing compliance with local regulations is basically your ultimate safety net. A huge part of this is temporary residence registration. And please, don't let the bureaucracy scare you. It's actually a super simple process. When you arrive at your accommodation, you just hand your passport over to your property manager, and they take care of declaring your stay to the local police. Simple as that. Again, it is highly recommended to keep digital backups of all these important documents, just in case. But remember, staying safe is a two-way street. It also means fulfilling your obligations. Going back to that law on entry, exit, and residence, Article 44 explicitly mandates that foreigners must comply with Vietnamese law, respect cultural traditions and customs, and conduct their activities strictly in accordance with their purpose of entry. It's a system built entirely on mutual respect. So what does this all boil down to? Look, no country on Earth is completely risk-free. However, preparation plus awareness equals a secure expat life. Doing your homework, like maintaining your visas, understanding your healthcare options, and following the local rules, that's the true formula for a safe, stable, and really comfortable long-term living experience in Vietnam. By staying informed and just building up your basic local knowledge, you can absolutely thrive here. Just remember, for the absolute most current information, always verify procedures and requirements directly through official government sources and local authorities. Knowing that your safety is firmly in your own hands through the power of preparation. Are you ready to prepare for your Vietnam journey? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and we will see you next time.